Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How are you
Hello, good night,
today?
everybody. This is Javier Morales.
Hello, Javier.
This is
Hello, how are
Angeles.
you?
I'm fine. Hello, Angeles.
Hello, how are you, Rosie?
Yes, I'm Rosie. I'm
See.
fine. So, Angeles, this is your first time here? Is this your
Yeah, yes, it's my first time because I work in the summer. I have been working at an academy of English,
huh?
and this week I finished this course of classes of summer, because I am going to meeting with us.
Okay. So, good. We still have this session and the one for the next begin. Javier, what about you?
Oh, I was lost for a few weeks before because I uh, took some vacations and also I have a little job and some job to do, and unfortunately I couldn't participate. I think last 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm here.
Perfect. So, let's begin. That is perfect. Terrific. So, I don't know. I think that I have this topic prepared, but you haven't attended the previous one. So now you can choose. You can talk about three topics. This one is endangered species. We have another one that is traveling, and we have one more that is idiom. Which one do you want?
Which are the options? Sorry.
This one that is in the screen right now, endangered species, traveling, or the use of idioms in English. Which one do you choose? You have the opportunity to choose the one.
Dicen que hay un video, pero no veo nada.
I don't have idea really, but if you
No?
prefer it for me, good, fine.
Dicen que hay un video,
Okay,
pero no lo veo.
proposal. Angeles, there is no video. Don't worry.
Ah,
Oh, yes. I am just
ah,
asking about the topic because today I had this topic prepared, but as you haven't
so,
attended to the previous one, I was thinking
um,
in changing the topic.
um,
There is a
so
guitar.
sorry, I can see the video. I don't know because I can see my computer. Sorry, moment, please.
No, I haven't played any video yet. So I need to ask, I think it's you, a favor. It's about the sound of a guitar. Is that yours?
Mm, yes.
Could you please put that volume down, the one for the guitar?
Moment, please. Moment, please.
Yes, thank you.
This is my son because
Is he playing?
so yes, he is a player. Moment, please. Sorry.
No, don't worry. We thought that it was like a record or something like that, but it's your son playing a guitar?
Yes, my son is a yes, he is a player of the guitar.
He's a musician. Good.
Yes.
That is awesome. So let's begin with this topic. Let's leave this topic, okay? Hello, Claudia. How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you.
There is another one, another participant. I can see Claudia over there. Are you there, Claudia?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. So let's begin. Let's talk about this topic in endangered species. So let's watch the video. Okay, that was the video for this week. It's not a nice video, but what can we say about what we watched? Let's begin by you, Angeles. What can you say about this video?
This video is very interesting because we showed the animals are in dangerous extinction because they we are destroying or destroying
Okay,
our planet, and many animals are are dying dying because many people um, are easygoing because they they think ourselves themselves
okay, well, yes. And what,
and
yes, tell me.
I think we should take care of the things we do. We need to do something for save these animals.
We need to do something, no, to work towards
Yes,
this phenomenon. What do you think, Javier?
Uh, Unfortunately, I couldn't catch the video, but I understand that Claudia says that the video was about the problem with animals about their extinction because we are not taking care of them, and there are several different animals with this possibility of be extincted in the future, and that we need to do something about. But it is how to say triste.
Sad, very sad, yes.
It's very sad. It's very sad, but really we are doing just a few things, but not good enough to save them and conserve. I don't know.
Conserve.
Uh, Conserve them uh, in the nature.
Yes. Well, I think it's sad. What about you, Claudia? What do you think about this? Okay, are you there, Claudia? Can you listen? Okay, let's.
Yes, yes, teacher,
Okay,
I'm here.
perfect. What do you think about
Yes.
all this animal situation?
Uh, okay. Yes, I think that the all the animals are part of the earth, and the humans should be take care of them. For example, the turtle, the giant pandas, the blue whale, tigers, and Asian elephant. All these animals, um, we we left. They left. Yes,
Well, they
yes.
have this.
They okay.
Yeah,
Yes, all these animals are part of the world, and we need of them. And it's sadly, yes, it's sadly, it's sad.
that.
Okay, it's sad that that they are in extinction.
Well, yes. Well, when we have many reasons why, no? But before defining those reasons, we need to know the concept. So, could you please, Angela, help us reading this concept?
yes. Endangered species concept. The endangered species are those living organisms which are almost on critical level. Thousands of species of plants and animals are endangered and the number increases every year.
Thank you. So that is the concept. The endangered species are the ones that are in a critical level. So sadly, thousands of species of animals and plants are in danger and the number increases. So that is like the concept. But there are like many causes of this extinction. So I was looking for some information, and these are the four main ones: the habitat destruction and fragmentation, national and international wildlife trade, pollution, and overharvesting. So, talking about, I found some images, but this was the one I chose. So, what can you see in this image, Angelis?
I can see the instructions, the forest, and it's very sad. It's very sad. And look these pictures because our ecosystems is is dead. Is dead because the humans are very um, inconscientes, or I don't know say, how to say this word, but we need the trees around the world in our countries because we need the
Oxygen. Mhm.
oxygen. And it's very sad to look this picture, but it's a real reality in our planet, our life, our countries.
Mhm. Well, yeah.
Many species are are trying or survive in these conditions is very sad. It's very sad.
Well, yes. Well, in that image, what I see is exactly that. A lot of destruction of the forest that has been cut down. A very large part of the forest has been damaged. So we need to think about all the things around that, because we can see just we can say that we just see trees that have been cut down. But what happened to the animals that were living in those trees? You know, the animals, the birds, I don't know, the squirrels, even the worm. But what do you think, Javier?
Uh, Sorry, I have problems because I can't see the image, and I trying to I don't fast I can get through my iPhone. I'm going to try with my computer.
Okay, don't
But I
worry.
was listening to you talking about that there are some species in dangerous, and because the pollution, but I don't have the whole information to give to you a good answer.
Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
We are going to be here. Don't worry. So,
Okay.
Claudia, what do you think about this image?
About the habitat destruction, that all the animals that supposedly they go out to another place, or they are um, and and the humans use the trees to produce all the a lot of things, but all the animals that live there die the situation.
Mhm. Yes, because as you said, the animals that were living here, they had to go to any other place, no? And all those situations can cause a damage to other habitats and other animals, no? So that it's like it's like a huge problem because if these animals, the ones that were living here in this forest, if the animals go to another place that is not their habitat, they can modify the other animals' habitat. So that will be another problem, right? So Javier,
Yes, yes.
now I have two Javier.
Yes,
I
I
see you there, Javier. Let's talk about the trade, national and international wildlife trade. Do you know what is that? I have seen this image. I know that it's a very strong one, but that is like the reality that we are living today. So people is still trading, that is selling and buying animals fur, animals meat, animals body parts. That is like something that is I don't know how to describe that, but selling animal body parts, it's something with no name, no? The trade for biomedical researching or researchers, that is another topic that is like a very strong topic. The pet trade. So I think that as the image says, for its mother. So what do you think about this? The national and international wildlife, Angeli.
In these organizations um, mm, must must be mm, uh, in alert and focuses for these situations is very depriments or deprimentes is very sad for my opinion because is 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 you can we can see the, how like the animals suffer these destructions for humans is is very hard. It's very hard, but it's a reality because many people think in skill these animals for interest interests or interests eh, of ambitious the ambitions is very sad and I hope the Organization National and International Wildlife uh, could 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 do more protect for animals.
Mhm. Well,
Mm,
there are many organizations that are all around the world protecting the wildlife. No, there is the Greenpeace organization. There is
mhm.
another one that is called Wildlife. But it is true that this trade, pet trade, food trade, trade with wildlife, it's still a problem in many parts of the world. Are you there?
sorry.
Okay, we can listen to you.
Okay. Well, I think finally it is a business, and some people, some countries, unfortunately, are poor countries. There is no control of any control about the wildlife country, and so population growing, and in a way to have a better life, I think they take animals for trade, for fur trade, the meat trade, and as can you see in the picture, trade the body parts. Uh, uh, it's a, and unfortunately also uh, there are people which have the, don't have resources pay for that kind of trade.
I'm going to interrupt you. So sorry, but something happened with the microphone. I think it needs to be like equalized because
Uh,
we can listen, but we cannot understand.
Really?
So could you please check the settings? Because I think it's something related. If it's a separated microphone, you need to
I don't know
scratch
what.
settings because we cannot listen very well.
Uh, Unfortunately, I don't know how to. I have to do with my computer. I just can't try to speak aloud. Uh, but I was telling you that as well as our people that are creating with it, also telling them, also
I have
other
a
people from
I have an idea. It
which idea.
you could get into the room with your iPhone too, and you can watch the interview in
Yeah,
your computer, and you can talk using your iPhone. Why we don't do that? It maybe could work.
I can try. Also, I have some microphone here. I can try to. But
Or you just use your iPhone to talk
Can
or
you
to
listen now?
speak.
Hello?
Rosa, how are you?
No, this is Javier Morales.
Fine, fine. Thank you. And you?
I'm fine. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, we are talking about endangered species. And we were talking about the main reasons why the some species are endangered or disappearing. We already talked about habitat destruction, and we check an image with the forest that was cut down, and we talk a little bit about that. But now we are talking about this national and international wildlife trading. So we are watching this picture, which is very, very hard to see, but it's a reality. So
Monday.
people around the world, it's trading with animals that they sell as pets. They sell their fur, the meat, even the body parts, or they sell animals to be used in biomedical
Él
research.
ahí vive entonces.
So, Claudia,
Oh,
can
sí.
you talk to me? Claudia or Angeles?
Ah, yes.
Okay, I think
I'm
we're
here.
having
Sorry.
some problems. But uh, did you already talk about this image? Not yet, right?
Yes, yes. Unfortunately, there are in the world many people that try to get a lot of money at
Mhm.
expense of the animals and without work. For the animals is it's very bad because they don't think but they feel, and for me it's a bad a very bad action.
Yes, it is. So they put these animals in danger because they have been doing this trading thing a lot, no? So I think it
Yes.
is. Oh, it's a disaster, no? The other one is the pollution, obviously. So I found this image, um, thinking in this vacational period. I don't know if you had this opportunity to travel, no? or if you could visit places like the beach. But I think this image is a shame, but it's very common to see, uh, mostly after these vacational periods we have, no? So, Angeles, did you visit the beach these vacations? Angeles, are you there? Or Javier, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can
Ah,
you listen
perfect.
better?
Yes, much better.
Well, the beach looks very dirty,
Yeah.
and really it's horrible. I have never seen a beach like this in the photo. Uh, uh, it's unbelievable because it's not the uh, produced from people on the beach. It comes from the ocean, I think so. Uh, and it is because we are living all our how do you say as well waste uh,
Waste.
everywhere, and
Mm,
it is really a big big problem.
it's a
Uh,
big, big problem.
yeah, I'll see. I think photos like this on newspapers and probably magazines recently,
Mhm.
and I think it is happening in several islands
Islands.
on
Uh-huh.
island and some beaches. Um, I, I I think it's something that we should be worried and to do something to avoid that it continue happening. Um,
Mhm. Well, yes, you're right. This waste or this garbage came from the ocean. So, and as I said, this is an island, and the sea or the ocean brings all the or brought all the garbage you can see on the beach. So
I
that
think
means that there is another place not far away from there that was pollute, and it was the ocean, the one that brought the wheels you can see there, the tires, and that garbage, the plastic bottles. There is even a TV over there, right? And there are like this kind of garbage that comes from a city, you know. So as and that is like a little bit unfair, no? Because no matter how you can clean or how you can take care of the place you live, if there are another ones that are not taking care at all. So as we live in the same world, we all are affected, right? So Angeles, are you there? I think Angeles is left. Claudia or Rosa.
Yes, I'm here.
I'm sorry, Rosa, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
What what can you say about this image?
Bismarck, I don't see some the beach what the most is pollution with the pictures.
Oh, uh,
Uh,
uh-huh.
and I I see and the pollution is the bottles, mass bottles and the trash, and that's more like the pictures.
Oh, yes. Well, that is only like a uh, proof or just an image, but sadly, we can find pollution all over the world, you know? I chose this one because it's like a very clear example about pollution, not only
Uh-huh.
in one place, but as Javier said, this garbage was brought by the sea. So all this waste and all this garbage comes from other place.
Uh-huh. Of course, I feel exists the place with these pollutions, but I don't can see.
Yes. Well, let me change the image. We were
Uh-huh.
talking about the reasons why animals are endangered: the habitat destruction, the national and international wildlife, the pollution, and the over harvesting. Do you know what is that, Javier?
I I have an idea. Just I think it's in relation with production of meals for humans. Uh, taking land for that purpose. Uh, it's my idea, but I don't know if I am fine harvesting. Uh,
Well, and what about you, Rosie? Do you know what is over harvesting?
Mm, overharvest?
Harvest,
Yeah, harvest.
harvesting.
Yes, it's a big problem with some peoples with los que siembran, agricultores.
Uh-huh. The
Um,
farmers.
the farmer is because they need some grain for the farm and sembrar
Uh-huh. Har-
um, her products and survive it.
okay, but well, I think that
it appears that it is something about the excess of harvest by agricultures, uh, different kind of products, and the land is so exploited in excess,
exactly.
and it is subject to not to have good enough water or something like that, like the image, you know.
Yes. Well, the concept is that as they plant or they use the soil that much, using chemical products, using these processes that are not natural, the soil becomes dry and useless. So that is overharvesting. They use it a lot and in a bad way. So that makes that the soil becomes useless. You cannot use it anymore. You cannot plant and you cannot get any other product from that soil. That is the overharvesting. Yeah, let me see.
Okay.
It wasn't. Ángeles, are you there? Or Claudia?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so what about overharvesting? Because I was checking a video the other day, and the video was a Mexican video, and two kids, but very very young kids, from a indigenous town. They were talking about how they use the soil to plant corn, and they were saying, and this comes to my mind because it has to do with this. They were saying that the soil can feed you if you know how to treat it. So they said that if you use the natural process,
Makes a process.
the
The soil.
soil can give you everything. But now, as the chemical processes exist and those automatic process, I mean, using machines and using special products and using special processes, uh, they damage the soil. What do you think about that, Claudia?
Yes. So, sorry, teacher. Wait a minute,
Ah,
please.
yes, your baby. Don't
Yes.
worry.
So, yes, please.
Don't worry. Don't worry. What about you, Javier?
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, well, I think this is happening in some areas, not just in Mexico, but in some countries, because I think agriculture don't have good technology, and they don't take care of the soil, and just produce several different kind of plants with properly support from governments, uh,
Mhm.
not just economic, but talking also about technology, yeah, and the use of some uh, good energetics, I don't know, that the plants require to grow, and and it's something that is happening in countries like, I understand, Brazil, for example, in the area of the Amazonas,
Uh-huh.
and this is we are really we really are doing some things that are not good for the planet. Uh, I hope that in the future appears some kind of technology to uh, find a good solution for that, this kind of things. I have certain kind of confidence on technology for the future.
For the future. And it must be, no? Because, well, maybe the answer it's not in the future. Maybe the answer it's like in the past, no?
But
Because,
but we can change the past.
oh, yes. But we can find some answers, no, in the past and then use the future or use the things we have or the things we will have in the future to improve or to fix,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay. Yes.
I was checking this video that I was saying, and I think they said something very important. That they said that we need to leave the soil rest, and we need to give the soil food. So they said when we need to feed the soil so the soil can feed us, no? And
Okay.
that is like a cycle, the that famous cycle of life, no? And they use plows, plows, arados. They use plows and mulas, and donkeys and big animals to be preparing the soil. And
But now it's not usually.
exactly, that is like the thing we need to check from the past, no? Because
Uh-huh. And the people use the machines for the prepared soils.
and use chemical products.
Uh-huh. And chemical.
So they
For
that
the fats is the plants is the produce the more the more the minus time for the produce the fruits of the plant.
Mhm. And it's still a big business that
Mm-hmm.
and this big business is like in very few hands. For example, this that is nowadays famous, the avocados, I don't know how to say it, but there is only one person that controls the avocado harvesting, and this person has everything, and he can say, well, today all of you guys are going to sell the avocado in, I don't know, 50 pesos kilo, no? And tomorrow you are going to put it 65. And next week you are going to put it lower, no? That is like another problem because as we have just a few people controlling everything, the soil that is used for harvesting, it's treated in the same way. I mean, for example, if I don't know if if you are the one that controls the tomato harvesting, and the processes and your processes are wrong, you are damaging the big part of, or a large part of the soil, no?
It depends where is the place where they live, because avocados and I live, I cost the 50 and 90 pesos because the local is not here.
Uh-huh.
I don't have, and the people give the other place and is more cheap.
It's cheaper. Wait.
Yes, when it's the produce is local, but not when the finish, uh, mm, right? Is more expensive.
Oh yes, that depends of many things, no?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But well, talking about how we can, or how is this related to the animal extinction? So how can we relate it, that those two phenomena, the overharvesting and the endangered species? How can
Mm-hmm.
how can we relate those things, both of them?
I think because finally humans are taking areas that on which with life is present,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have good enough species to continue alive, and we don't have any kind of respect for animals, and and should be a balance or a natural balance that humans are not considering. And because of that, I was reading this morning, for example, that this kind of photos that you are just showing to us, in the future, more than I read, 25% of the population are living now in areas on which it is going to happen in the short time. Mm, there's not going to be good enough water, and if humans doesn't have good enough water, imagine animals. Uh,
Yeah, and it's like a big chain, no? So
yes.
we're gonna be, if animals disappear, well, that is the same thing is going to happen to us, no?
Oh, horrible
That is,
photo.
that is a fact. Yes, I found this photograph. What to expect for the future, for our kids, for our world? The photograph, it's like it says many things, no?
It's a clear message.
Exactly, it's a clear
Okay.
message.
Uh,
What can we say about this picture or about this photograph?
you was mentioned a few minutes before, you were talking about a cycle. Probably when at the end of this cycle, of the next cycle, humans are not going to be here, and in that moment, our planet is going to continue alive.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a big problem for the air pollution, for the fabric,
for the factories.
for the factories.
Yes, I think it's to make you, that makes you think about many things, no? Because from that side, like the dark side at the bottom of the picture, where you can see the factories there and the pollution. But in this side, closer, the that leaves and that plants are green, and we can see a butterfly which is taken as a live signal, no? So I think this photograph has a big meaning because we can say like the doomsday or the bad things there, but close to us, there is something that can be taken as hope, no? Or what do you think? I don't know. Claudia, are you there?
Yes, I think that if all the activities of about humans are unregulated and inappropriate, we are going to we will have an overexploitation and ecosystem degradation, and we are going to lose a lot of biodiversity. Um, all all these points impact to the next life, because we are going to have many repercussions. Yes,
Or
is correct.
consequences? Uh-huh.
Yes, we are going to have many consequences and many ills, um, and for our sons, uh, we we will bad 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 word for them.
Yeah. Well, yes. I think that mm, as Javier said, maybe humans we all are going to disappear as a species. No, there will be a moment when we as humans are going to be an endangered species. That is a fact. That is going to happen. And once we have disappeared, the world is going to continue. And the life will find a way to continue. No, so I think that if we could say what we are expecting for the future of our kids of our world, it has to do with the things that we can do now, no, or the things that we can teach to our kids. So
Yes.
who hasn't said anything? Maybe well, Angeles, she's listening, but she cannot use the microphone. She has an issue with that. But well, do you have a final comment about this, Rosie?
I think for the future, mm, some people's about the technology transitions into something productive, you don't have so much pollutions.
Hmm. Well, I don't know, but yes, continue.
Mm, I think is for the kids is not now is not they usually is walking in the park and playing in the air because the kids is more used the computer in her house.
Hmm. Well, yes, they are like. Well, the generations are changing now. We have this idea about the nature. We have different this idea about the nature than our kids have. I mean, they don't think a lot in the nature as we think, and that is something that we need to change, no?
Yes, it's a wrong for words because the the pollutions and for the ice is uh, ¿cómo se dice? Descongelar.
Unfrost.
Ajá, on the frost, those frost. Ya ves que el hielo ya no está
Uh, 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 Talking about the
complete.
melting poles.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And for these contaminations, And the pollution is that some animals is extended.
Yes. The frost. That
Uh-huh.
we said not the frost. Well, yes, but as we said, it's like a big chain, no? And
Yes.
little changes together make or make big changes, no? Or what do you think, Javier?
Uh, I think some changes are going to happen in the future. I want I have certain confidence on that we as humans are going to do something things in the properly way, and also I think uh, technology and robots are going to be part of our life, and it's something that I see a future that could be really very interesting for the people that could be or have the opportunity to live in that dates. It's my
In those
idea.
days, in the
Mhm.
future days. So I'm going to close this session with this Gandhi's thought, no? The greatness of a nation can be judged by the way its animals are treated. That is right, because it's wise to take care of animals and everything else if we want to take care of ourselves, no? Because of this big cycle.
Yeah, I agree. It's like an example. How can we be as a nation, as a humans?
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you so much for being here with me this night. It's always a pleasure. Today it was a very interesting topic, and next week I will have another one. So I hope to see you here.
Thank you to you.
Okay,
Thank you,
teacher.
everybody.
Thank
Bye bye.
you.
Everybody have a
Thank
nice.
you. Goodbye.
Take care,